When I was growing up, not a lot of people really liked dubstep.
I've been listening to this music since I think I was in like 5th or 6th grade.
It's hard to live life without music. You never had a favorite artist, favorite band. How could you live your whole life without having that influence in your life?
My name's Alex Chenier, also known as Chef Nier.
My name is Bailey Dalvois. I just go by Dalvois.
My name's Nick. I go by Nisotope.
My stage name is Comfort.
My name is Tarek Hamrouni, also known as Hamro, also known as Shelly Jr. and the Slap Chop. That's right, baby.
A live show experience is something that's extremely hard to describe. I remember my first show, it was like every single day I was either like super nervous or the next day like super confident and not nervous. It was like a big back and forth of that. And then once I got on stage, I was super nervous for like 2 seconds, and after that, everything just went away when I started playing the music that I loved.
It's really fun to go to shows and have that same energy with people around me.
Before COVID, man, shows were in a really great place.
No matter who was hosting it or where it was, they just kept on getting bigger and bigger.
Not even just like seeing new faces that you'll see to 1 or 2 shows, but like seeing someone come to their first show and then after that they come to like 20 shows straight.
There were weekends where you weren't really sure which one to go to because there were so many things happening.
Yeah, you don't feel any judgment coming from anywhere. You see people wearing so many different kinds of things. You see people acting so many different kinds of ways.
Performing becomes this sense of expression where everything flows together and you really get to just be yourself, create something, and share that with the people.
I got introduced to all of this by being one of the people in the crowd.
I'm normally a super energetic, pretty woohoo kind of guy. Being up on stage, it's just that to 10. I'm jumping around, going crazy, you know what I mean? So it's just the most me of me, you know?
When you get to the point where you're playing shows every weekend, it's easy to kind of take it for granted and not realize how crazy it is that you get to do that for a living.
This COVID time, when it all first happened, no one really knew what was going on. No one really knew if we were taking a couple weeks off, if we were taking a month off.
It's a little bit like I got kicked out of my house, you know?
I had some really big shows upcoming. I just gotta suck it up and just look to the future.
Usually when I'm creating, I'm getting pushed by the idea of how a big crowd of people would react to that, right? So now it's I've almost lost touch with that, where I don't even know how a crowd would react to anything right now. It is hard and definitely feels lonely sometimes, not being able to see people as much, especially when you're very social or when you're used to being in a social setting every single weekend.
I don't really have anything to look forward to as much, so it kind of just affected that kind of part of my mental state.
It's helped me find a lot of other passions and find time for other things that I've been wanting to do, just didn't feel like I could do it before.
Every single day you woke up, you came closer and closer to this realization that damn, this is gonna be gone for a long time.
It gets me thinking this is my dream, this is what I want to do. How can I now still pursue my dream in the circumstances?
I'm really excited to see how big this industry can get once things get back to normal. Someone that would have only went to 1 or 2 shows a year might go to 4 or 5 shows a year now because they missed it that much. And then if they do that, maybe they get more connected with the scene and then want to keep coming and keep coming more. It is hard to stay motivated, but I think you just need to go out and get inspired by other things. Just anything personal try and translate that into your art. I think that's where the best source of inspiration can come. All the mixes that I'm working on are all like very like indie pop alternative type of stuff.
Some of the stuff, I like to play, and some of the stuff being played in the local shows, it's not going to be your, top 100 Billboard charting type of EDM. When things are able to happen again, it'll be day and night, the level of quality and like what we've been able to achieve, because we've had time to really just hunker down and think and work and apply ourselves. I think everybody's got a lot to prove, and everybody's itching to prove it, so that's what we can expect. We all know when everything gets back to normal, like things are gonna get crazy in the best way possible, but nobody knows when that's gonna be.
It's just looking to the future, because I know like eventually when times get better, those opportunities will be there, if not more opportunities. So it's just kind of like cracking down, making more music, getting a lot better at making music. And I want to keep trying, even if I fail. I'm someone who thinks like, if you fail, you should keep going. Failure is just like a hiccup. You'll eventually succeed. It might not be exactly what you're hoping, but I think you might get there. I'm just gonna keep trying, keep going until I can't anymore.
In 2021, there's gonna be a lot of good music.